So I'm about to unbox this set of front runner load bars. So why did I go for load bars? Main reason is I only really use near the top of my vehicle for a canoe at this stage. I can fit everything else on all my trips into my vehicle. If I were to start doing much bigger trips and longer trips where I need a full roof rack, I'll consider it. But getting the load bars was a lot cheaper than getting a full roof rack. Now, I almost bought the full roof rack because I was only comparing that to the Thule load bars, which are also very expensive, and then the decision was a lot more difficult. But when I found out that Front Runner also makes load bars and I saw the price of them, it was quite an easy decision. The load bars are basically just the same slats that they use on the big roof rack. So you've just got the slat and you've got two pickup points or two brackets that go onto, in my case, it's got rain gutters on the side of my vehicle, so it should be a pretty easy installation. One thing I will say, however, is that you can't find on their website, and they don't sell it with this kit, but you get kind of these rubber protectors that you can put inside the gutter when the thing clamps on to protect your vehicle. I had to go onto the chat. There was a little chat section on the website. I was speaking to a real person, and they then made up a manual quote for me, sent it to me, and then I placed the order, and that was sent to me. So what I got was, I got one long package like this, and I got this box. So let's see what's inside. So let's start with opening the big package. This is, it says here, roof load bar pair 1345 millimeters. And here at the bottom, there is kind of a breakdown of the dimensions. So it's 110 millimeters by 65 millimeters by 1,405 millimeters, 4.04 kilograms. These load bars for my vehicle are slightly wider than what you'd get for your typical pickup, like your Hilux or Ford Ranger, because the Land Cruiser, the 80 series, is a little bit wider. Okay, let's check what's inside. Okay, here we've got a set of four. These are some kind of covers. You can just see there, and on this side there's a Front Runner logo. These I think are just to blank off the sides of the slats. So, pack of four of these. Here we've got the slats. Oh, something was moving there. All right, so you can see here so you can see that it's got this groove in here, and that's where you can put these tie down points. You just place it in here and you slide it and you tighten it. The back side looks exactly the same. Or the underside, it's got these two holes and again the groove. Here is a nut over there. Does have some kind of a nylock nut over there. The same on the other side. Yeah, and there's two of them. Here's the second one. That's what you get in this package. Let's see what's in the other package. What we've got here is a load bar wind deflector. It just says 10 millimeters at the top, and dimensions are, see that first one, it's 70 something millimeters by 30 millimeters by 410 millimeters, 0.43 kilogram. Inside the kit are some nuts and some washers, and also some bolts. This is obviously to attach it. I will open that when we need it. So that goes there. Then we've got these two boxes. These are the legs, or what's said, it's called legs, but yeah, I think otherwise you can think of it as just a bracket which connects the slats to the rain gutters on the side of the vehicle. Yeah, it says here 120 millimeters. On the top, the dimensions are 120 millimeters by 100 millimeters by 280 millimeters, 1.9 kilogram. It's a pair of these legs. Let's open up. This is just a second box of the same thing inside. Okay, there's some bubble packaging. Ooh, okay, this looks nice and solid. Here's the one piece. And I know there's a trick with, there's a nut, a special nut that needs to go into that thing. I saw that on a different video, so I hope I can get that right. This, I believe, is the second piece. So these two things should be going together, I believe. This is, I believe, for the slat. This goes into the rain gutter, and then this part will somehow grab the rain gutter at the bottom, and these two things will engage as such onto the rain gutter. Yeah, so we have the same two pieces just for the other side inside, and then you have a little bag like this with all of the fittings. As you can see there are some bolts. This is just a cap for the bolts, some nuts, and over here, this I believe is the little nut that goes into this square hole that I showed you a moment ago. Okay, so there are two of these boxes, and then lastly we have these what they call universal pinch weld strips. I've got 6 of them. These guys here, I didn't find them on the website. I had to speak to the guy in the chat section. He made a manual quote for me, and then I ordered it in that way. Okay, that's the unboxing. Let's start assembling. So, in terms of instruction manual, I haven't yet found a full-on instruction manual, but inside this this set of, or this leg pair, I did find these two documents. The first one is quite nice. It says, yeah, hello, my name is Brandy. I had the pleasure of packing your front runner product. It's time for you to take advantage of this big, beautiful world. Go on, get out there. Here's to many safe adventures, and then signed at the bottom. I think that's a nice touch. It shows you that, yeah, I don't know, just, yeah, it's a nice touch. Then I got this. There's basically a small picture there of how the assembly goes together, but then there's a QR code at the bottom that you need to follow to get the instructions. I guess it makes sense. It's less paper, especially if the instruction manual is long. But I do like, it is quite nice, of course, to have an instruction manual like you get with IKEA stuff. Yeah, all right. So I've just been and got my tools. I also got this little bowl here. It's a great way, at least tip, for not losing all these small nuts and things. So I'm going to just pop these into here. Only takes a second to get a bowl, and it's a lifesaver. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take these legs, loosely fasten them onto the slats, put it onto the vehicle, and then I'm going to attach these bad boys. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to taking my M8 nuts. I'm sliding it in from this side, doesn't matter which way you slide it in from. Oh, it didn't work so well. So I just put in 2 in from this side. Then the leg goes on. I guess it doesn't matter which one it is. This one here has got a number 1 that's engraved there at the bottom. That should correspond to what's in the instruction manual. Okay, so that slides on. Then I am taking the Nylock M8 nut. Just putting that on lightly. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it around and do the other side. Now, this thing, I only put it in lightly so it can slip off, so just watch out for that. Okay, so that's the prep work. Now I am going to put this onto the vehicle. However, I need to now consider what to do with these. I forgot the name now. Universal pinch weld strips. As far as I can tell, these simply just go on over here on this edge there. Don't know if I should pull it apart or what's the story here. I'm trying to pry it open here, it's quite difficult. Ah, okay. There's definitely some kind of metal backing behind it, because if you move it, it stays in place. So this, I presume, should go on as such. Then I just kind of fold it around. This does seem to be quite nice heavy duty stuff. Okay, that's the one side. Let's do the other side. Alright, I'm actually going to tighten these nuts down a bit more, and then I'm going to take it and put it onto the vehicle. So something that they don't show in the manual is where to put these pieces, and from what I could figure out, these would go in like that. Obviously the nut will be on this side because the other fastener is being pulled in. The profile of this slot, it's not square, and if you were to, the little these little feet come out in these two sides. If you were to turn it 90 degrees, you would see the thing can move quite a bit back and forth. So it's the shorter side is where the feet go. Let's try to get it in here. Sliding it in. Going to need some kind of a screwdriver or something to push in there. It's quite difficult to do it by hand. Let me go and get one quickly. Okay, let's try that again. Voila, that was pretty easy. As you now can see, it's nice and in position. Okay, let me quickly do the others. Okay, so I'm just busy squaring up these feet and making sure that they are in the middle. First thing I did is I just went onto the vehicle, just got the right distance where they're sitting nice and tight in the gutters. And now all I've got to do is I've just got to keep that distance between them. I'm just going to translate it left or right. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to measure from this edge to the edge of the slat. Do the same on that side, and then find out what the average is, and then get both of those two things to the average. Okay, I've tightened that side already. This side is now getting tightened. Just nice and tight. I don't have a torque wrench, and I don't think they even specify what the torque should be, but this is not as critical. Just nice and tight. Okay, alright, wind deflector time. Okay, so the online instruction page is basically the same as this one. So it's not 100% clear which way the edge is deflecting, but I know from things I've seen on the internet that it should be facing, as I said, downwards toward the vehicle. You can obviously see the orientation here by the exploded view. The nuts go into the slats, so from the picture it kind of looks, and it confirms what I was saying earlier, that it's bending that way. It does also say here that the nut on the side should be the opposite side to where the wind deflector is, which is luckily the way I've got it. Nut at the bottom, which would obviously be on the top of the vehicle once the thing's installed. Wind deflector then comes on this side, at the bottom side. So first it's bolts, wind deflector, washers, then the nuts and caps can go on at the end. So nylock, so the nylock part should be facing you. It's also important to know. Yeah, it's slotted, so you can kind of play around with it. I will put mine forward just to keep this edge clean here. Okay, let's go ahead and fasten. These caps I'm going to put on right at the end. I don't even know if they really are a good idea, even, to be honest. I'm probably just going to leave them off. What's the point of having them? Oh, I guess, yeah, I don't know. Would it help for rust? Don't know. Keeps them clean at least. Oh well. Why not? Let's just put them on. Okay, let's go and put this bad boy on the vehicle. So, okay, we're going to put on these side pieces. As you can see, I've also put this pinch weld strip on this one as well. At first I didn't want to, but I think it's going to be fine. Only problem is I've got two missing for the rear ones, so I'm going to have to order those. But really irritating that they don't put these things in the kit. I think everybody wants them. Anyway, so you just put this on like that. Here's your washer and bolt. It goes through this hole. And then I'm just going to first just turn it in my hand. And then just to get it to grip. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to turn this in there. And it's a 5mm Allen key. Okay, as I do that, you can see it here from the side. You can see it grabbing there. Cancel that. Obviously, if the pinch hold is there, you can't open the door. It's just too thick. So there's a thin piece of rubber I'm going to revert back to, and hopefully that'll be good enough. So it's the front slat done. It's nice and tight. When you tighten this thing, you just got to make sure that it's obviously tight enough. You don't over tighten it because this bracket starts bending and you don't want to yield it. So just make it nice and tight. You'll see the only thing that is a bit of a worry is this rubber here. It actually passes by this, and even if I took away the rubber strip which I've added here, it's very minimal. It won't make a difference in terms of this thing hitting there, but I definitely want to keep that just to protect the body and the paintwork. Alright, time for the back one. So I've just installed the rear load bar and it's complete. I actually moved it, I put it in this position so that you can access it either from the back over here, or you could access it from the side step over here, while still maintaining quite a stable position. I don't like to have them too close to each other, and also the other reason is the canoe at the back it is, as you can see, I don't want to put the load bar here. I want the load bar kind of in this section. If I put it in that, I'm not sure if I'm going to have upside down or right way up basically, but the thing is, if you put the load bar back too far, then all of this is going to be sticking out the back, so there probably would still be a little bit sticking out, but it's not going to be that excessive. And that is the front runner load bars installed on the 80 series Land Cruiser, otherwise known as USkili. USkili party.